Hi, I'm Katie Ziskind. I'm the owner of Wisdom Within Counseling and Coaching. I help couples who are distant, sexually frustrated, emotionally in conflict, feeling tense, using the silent treatment, and needing help both building emotional security and emotional bonding, as well as sexual intimacy and physical connection. If you're needing help breaking cycles of sexual avoidance, sexual rejection, and emotional tension, you can book your free phone consultation to work with me to level up your love life and build meaningful emotional intimacy skills at wisdomwithinct.com. That's wisdomwithinct.com. Today, we're going to be talking all about sexual challenges and how a secure emotional foundation in your marriage helps you overcome sexual challenges. When we look at different sexual challenges you might be facing, you might experience challenges reaching an orgasm or experiencing an orgasm. You may also have issues like premature ejaculation if you're a male or a penis owner, or erectile dysfunction. You may have a difficult time maintaining an erection. All genders of people can also experience sexual performance anxiety, which is where your mind takes you out of the present moment. You feel so much anxiety and panic leading up to sexual experiences that you often avoid them. Another issue that I work with when it comes to couples is an avoidant cycle. So this might mean you guys are really good companions. You are great at paying the mortgage. You're awesome at being best friends. But when it comes to being sexual partners and building erotic desire and passion, that part of your love life is just non-existent. So now you're stuck in a sexless marriage. I also help couples who have grown up in a strict conservative and religious culture. And this means that there are inherent elements, natural elements built into your psyche of shame, guilt, and insecurity around your sexuality. So you may have grown up with messages that were really negative or fear-based and shame-based around sexual activity as being dirty or taboo because of the religious, Christian, and conservative influences you had growing up. And that can impact your sexual connection and emotional connection in your marriage. As well, when we look at being sexually open together, a big piece is feeling valued, appreciated, special, and like you matter on an emotional level. So if there are issues sexually, oftentimes it's because we're not being emotionally vulnerable. You and your partner may be criticizing each other. You both might be expressing anger in a really vicious, hurtful way. You may be getting stuck in these difficult fights where you're yelling, you're using the silent treatment, there's stonewalling, defensiveness, you're hanging up on your partner while they're talking on the phone. You feel like you need to fix the situation and you just don't know how, and it just escalates. So high conflict fighting and unresolved emotional issues prevent sexual passion, erotic desire, and sexual intimacy in your relationship. It's very difficult to feel naked and be vulnerable physically when you can't be vulnerable emotionally. So I teach you how to develop emotional vulnerability skills that support bonding, security, and connection on an emotional level. And then that's a building block, that's a foundational element for expressing your sexuality in a healthy and safe way. Another piece that couples often struggle with is sex is very short. The male body only needs about 4 to 8 minutes of foreplay to experience sexual arousal and have an adequate level of sexual desire build to achieve orgasm. So again, that's 4 to 8 minutes if you're a penis owner. A vulva owner or a female requires about 45 to 90 minutes of foreplay in order to reach that same peak level of sexual arousal to experience one orgasm, and then a female has a smaller refractory period, meaning she can experience multiple orgasms after that. So when we look at desire differences, the female body needs 45 to 90 minutes of foreplay, and the male body needs about 4 to 8 minutes of foreplay. And this is on average, so you may be a little less or a little more. So oftentimes a male partner will go in, especially in a heterosexual relationship, and say, okay, my partner only needs 4 minutes of foreplay, which really is inadequate. It's not long enough, and it can lead to painful vaginal intercourse. Inadequate foreplay can lead to frustration, sexual dissatisfaction. A female partner may also write off sex entirely, saying, oh, it's not my thing, it's not for me, it's not that good, it's not a great pleasurable part of life, because it's just not long enough in terms of foreplay. So foreplay does need to be about 45 to 90 minutes before penetrative sex is even considered, if it is considered. So what do we do in foreplay? We explore the erogenous zones. Your body has a variety of different erogenous zones. These are areas on your skin that are tantalizing. You can flirt with them with your fingertips. You can explore which erogenous zones that you like touched, and you can verbalize to your partner what erogenous zones you would like them to touch. So being able to explore the entire landscape of the body, the physical body, is very important. A lot of times I work with couples where a male partner is, kissing their female partner for 2 minutes and then jumping right to touch their clitoris and jumping straight to penetrative sex, which is painful, unpleasant, and not satisfying for a female partner. So if you're a male partner, it's very important that you work the entire landscape of your female partner's body. You're working their emotional state as well. So massaging your female partner, giving them a back rub, making out with them, giving them head scratches, or gently caressing their belly, rubbing your fingertips along their inner wrists, gently tracing their elbows or arms, all the way down the side body to their knees. Doing this for a substantial period of time, much longer than you might ever think, is very important for female sexual satisfaction. And this also makes the female partner want to have sex more. It builds desire, it builds libido and sexual arousal. Foreplay can also start before you're together. You can text dirty text messages back and forth. You can let your partner feel wanted, help your female partner to feel desired and wanted. Another piece to lengthening foreplay is allowing the erotic self to develop in terms of an identity. We're very stuck in paying the mortgage, paying rent, working, building a career, getting the car oil change fixed, taking the kids to daycare. We're in these very professional roles in our daily life and very stuck in parenting and family roles. And bringing out your partner's erotic sense of self and allowing that playful, silly, sexual side of your partner to come out takes time, especially for a female. So males just don't need as long, but if you are in a relationship with a female, just know that 45 to 90 minutes of foreplay provides more sexual satisfaction and gives adequate length for the ability to orgasm. Another piece when I work with couples is really talking about sex. So a lot of times when you grow up in an environment that's conservative, strict and religious, Christian in nature, oftentimes, sex is inherently bad. It's something that is only for making babies. It's focused on procreation, and it's also very penetrative focused. So this means that you may not have been encouraged to masturbate or self-pleasure. You may not have been encouraged to explore oral sex. Or you may not have been encouraged to explore your sexual fantasies and diversify and bring novelty and try sex toys or anything, in terms of expressing your sexuality. And so different fabrics, textures, smells, environments, and your imagination, all of these aspects, sex toys, these can all be a beautiful part of your sex life together. So I specialize with long-term couples and couples who are feeling distant, whether that's needing emotional intimacy and a more secure bond, or physical and sexual intimacy and rebuilding erotic desire. A big piece of sex is emotional connection. So you do need to know that you matter to your partner and that you're valued, that your voice, your emotional voice is valued. You also need to know that you won't face criticism, you won't face rejection, you won't be turned down or humiliated or embarrassed. Another piece is learning sex positive skills. So pornography is not sex positive education. Pornography is a form of erotic material. And watching pornography compulsively and impulsively can lead to pornography-induced erectile dysfunction. This means that if you watch pornography, you'll often be misguided and misled about what real-life sexual experiences can look like. Pornography does not show adequate foreplay. It's also very fantasy-oriented. So a lot of the things that you see in pornography, a real-life partner may not like doing or may not want to do. And you also, when you have a compulsive pornography addiction and pornography-induced erectile dysfunction, you end up conditioning yourself to only be able to be sexually aroused from watching pornography videos, and your real life partner stops being able to sexually arouse you. You struggle with maintaining an erection. You struggle with being excited in the moment. You find sex with your real life partner dull and boring because you're very focused on the dopamine you're getting from pornography. So if you're struggling with a pornography addiction or compulsive pornography use, this can make a huge issue. It becomes a very big problem in building a healthy sex life and positive erotic life with your real life partner. So if that's something you're struggling with, we can definitely talk about ways that can help with that issue. If you're looking to get started with me, I love working with couples and I specialize with couples. I work on a weekly schedule with couples, and I also do 3-day intensive marriage therapy boot camps or retreats. So if you're looking to do a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it totals 18 hours of couples therapy, and we get to really tackle and get into some of those deep issues in an intensive format. So this is great if you're looking for both a vacation and therapy, or we can also work weekly together. So you can book your free phone consultation to work with me to tackle both sexual intimacy issues and build more sexual desire, as well as rebuild emotional security and emotional intimacy. You can book your phone consultation at wisdomwithinct.com. That's wisdomwithinct.com. I'm Katie Ziskind. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. I am a certified sex therapy informed professional. I offer sex positive education and sex positive learning. I'm also LGBTQIA plus affirming, so I work a lot with queer and non-monogamous and monogamous couples, no matter your relationship structure, no matter your age, ethnicity, gender, or sexual orientation. I would love to help you. I'm affirming to all human beings. As well, I'm a Gottman marriage therapy professional, so I'm level 2 trained in Gottman marriage therapy, and I also use emotionally focused couples therapy. So I would love to support you in building a meaningful, intimate, pleasurable relationship with your partner and a happier marriage. Again, that's wisdomwithinct.com.